Hey, Mr. Pickle. Also, oh my god, Bob Ross. Are we gonna paint a tree? I'm sorry, Mr. Pickle. I didn't use your super chat. I didn't use your super chat to buy a bunch of games and stuff. Instead, I took my mom out for a birthday dinner. So, but yeah, hi guys. So I decided, what else am I gonna do today? Let's stream some more Shadowhunter. Also, with the last stream, my energy was all off, and it was just, I don't know. I was just way too toxic in that stream, man. I was too pissed off and too frustrated and too defensive about certain things. So I thought, you know what? Let's just do take two, chill, have fun. I'm not gonna set the Irish stream public. Hey, Terp. Yeah, and then we'll just chill, have some fun, okay? Play on our good old Shadowhunter. So just a quick heads up. I'll put... Let me get the patch notes for you guys, and then I'll pin it in the message. So I'll pin that message so you guys can read through those anytime that you want. Yeah, I kind of want to explore some of the other class reworks too. Well, buffs, debuffs, whatever you want to call them. Let me read through a couple of these. Lots of you guys kept talking about Dino Tamer, which I don't really have a good Dino Tamer, so I can't really highlight this, but I want to read through this. The basic attack was increased by like 150%. Damn. Mount basic attack increased, as well as the area of effect damage is at 200% instead of 100%. Whoa. That's what you're talking about with the AoE. Holy crap. Dino Tamer just became way more viable. Oh my god. Izzy, thank you so much for the membership, man. Tier 3. Really appreciate it. Yeah, it's okay, Mr. Pickle. Basically, I'll kind of summarize the abilities for the Shadowhunter, and like the other reason I kind of wanted to do a retake, you know, do another stream, is because in the last stream, like, it took us a while to figure out that right now the class is actually underperforming, because it's bugged. We've got lots of bugs with the character where it's just not working as intended. And basically my whole last live stream was us kind of figuring that out and discovering it, because otherwise I was like, why is he underperforming? And then I had some negative Nancy's coming in going, what are you talking about? He's performing awesome. Everything the devs does is amazing. And then I was like, nah, I don't know about that, buddy. But basically it was, you know, a lot more yelling. Not really. But yeah, in short, Joe ended up finding out that he's doing the exact same amount of damage on the test server versus live right now. And then I checked it out too. And look at this. I'm doing 7 mil, which is my average attack anyways. The extra damage that you're seeing, I think, is explosive epilogue triggering. But yeah, basically underperforming like crazy. Also, the way that our seekers work is the way that the seekers are supposed to work, apparently, I could be wrong about this, but somebody in chat was saying, oh, that's not as intended. That's a bug. I don't know if it could have secretly been a dev or not. But basically, the seeker missile is supposed to increase in its damage as you have more of them in the stacks. And when you have all 5 of them, they're supposed to do 900% damage. But they're not. Each of them is doing independent damage of one another. So if they're all supposed to do 900%, then that means that the seeker attack is actually way better than I gave credit for. We also saw that there is a new class ring ability, Tactical Seeker. So that replaces the original right click ability on the crystal gems, and it's actually really good. The effect basically is if we hit an enemy with our ultimate ability, it'll give us a free seeker shot. But the thing is that our ult will actually do a damage over time, and if it triggers right here, you can see Seeker, Seeker, Seeker. That's our crystal ring, just adding extra damage to the pile, which makes me very frustrated that I do not have that ability on my Crystal 4 ring. So yeah, the Seekers also, you can see, are they're just very jank in the way that they work. Like, they just don't work as they're supposed to. So yeah, hopefully a lot of that stuff is going to end up being fixed. Yeah, I just decided to stream again, dude. I just wanted to go for it. Because I just thought, I don't know, like the last stream, I was just in a bad mood, and it was just like, let's try that again, you know? I basically let the negative comments get to me during the last stream, and then I just got like really pissed off throughout the rest of the stream. So it was just like, I just took a breather, and then I was just like, no, let's do that again. Yes, Samir, I was thinking about that actually, whether or not I wanted to stream Trove more, or if I wanted to do the Genshin update, which I'll try and squeeze the Genshin event before before I gotta go and get Mariko from work. So I'll probably stream Trove for another hour or so while we just chill. And yeah. Hey, Matt. But yeah, we'll definitely be doing dungeons and stuff. And then the other big changes to the character that are really, really nice is our snare will actually shadow mark enemies now, which is beautiful. But then there's also our roll toggles on a movement speed buff. And we actually have this for a pretty significant amount of time. But there is a slight cooldown between getting the buff again. So you can see I can roll twice, and then on our third one we can use it again. So there's an internal cooldown to it. The other big changes I would say is I don't know why they buffed the Shadowhunter's base attacks without the class gem. I mean, I guess why not? But generally speaking, what it does now is his base attacks will phase through walls and phase through enemies, and you get really excited about that, and then you realize that the class gem ability only phases through walls, it doesn't phase through enemies. So hopefully the devs end up changing that. Like, devs, if you're watching, make it so that the phase shots are just across the board for everybody, please, because it needs to. Also, yeah, don't worry, I'm gonna end up doing a Genshin stream after this. Oh, you're in class, bro. Don't get in trouble, bro. But yeah, anyways, we're just gonna chill. We're just gonna do some stuff. You guys will get to see some increased damage, but again, remember, the class is currently underperforming. Okay? What is my movement speed? 232. Sweet. Jesus, that's beautiful. See, that already makes it so that we can use this character very effectively, but because our shots don't phase through enemies, you see that I'm still struggling with anything that has to do with multiple enemies. So I really hope that they end up fixing that and making it so that our class gem abilities phase as well, because as of right now, it's just disgusting. Because here's a kill 30 enemy dungeon. Oh, whoops. I'm not destroying it as much as any of the other characters. Oh yeah, right. I'm the Shadow Hunter. So I really hope that they change that, because as of right now, it's just, it should be doing better. Hey, Troon. Yeah, the Shadow Hunter ult is okay. So see, I can shoot through the walls and damage that guy, so that's kind of neat. But I need to be able to phase through enemies. Hey, Zuck. So it's still normal Shadowhunter gameplay. He's faster than normal. Basically, yes. But the reason for that is because, like I said, like, there's bugs with him right now. He's not performing as he should be. But generally speaking, that is all, like, did we want anything different? You know, like, the devs did say that all they wanted to do with the rework was augment his current way of playing. And the thing is that once everything is working as intended, the way that the Shadowhunter plays right now is actually really cool, because they ended up doing the same Game Ago magic trick that they always do, where all of your abilities end up having function. So your trap, now that it guaranteed shadow marks enemies, that's a lot of extra damage to end up getting the shadow mark. Not that we necessarily need it, because all these enemies die in like one hit anyways. But The fact is that as we end up building up our Seekers, we can right-click and use those while we're just doing our base attack as well. It just doesn't work very well, so once they end up fixing it, it'll be a lot better as well. Generally speaking, the character is very janky right now, but he's also weaker than he should be. Also, here's I got a prediction. I got a secret prediction. Okay, check this out. So in the patch notes, they mention how Trove's combat is now conducted with 64-bit precision for health and damage. No longer will bosses be limited to 2 billion health. Opponents in delves will no longer rely on somewhat random damage reduction to suppress damage, although deeper bosses are still protected by darkness. Abyssal and nightmare depths of delves should have more accurate feedback on how much damage is actually being done. Why is this a big deal? Because it means we're gonna get difficulties higher than U10. Just saying, that's my prediction. Because that was the big reason why we weren't getting difficulties higher than U10 is because of the way that the game was in 32-bit and everything. So, yeah. That's what I'm thinking they're going for, which would be exciting, and it would totally make sense because with all of the reworks, we've seen every time a class gets reworked, they end up being almost too powerful for U10 now. I mean, obviously delves is kind of the primary thing that they end up focusing on. But they did rebalances, not reworks, to Boomeranger, Gunslinger, Fate Trickster, Ice Sage, Chloromancer, Barb, Neon Ninja, Knight, Vanguardian, Dino Tamer, Pirate Captain, Revenant, Draco, Tomb Raider, Bard. That tells me they're getting ready for something. Right? Maybe I'm crazy. Because why would they end up doing a rebalance with all the classes unless they're going to pump out a higher difficulty world? Unless they're literally just trying to push some new delve thing that nobody wants. But, I mean, hey, whatever. Is there a chance we'll get C5 sooner or later? Because I don't believe so. I don't believe so either, but you never know. So, when the devs ended up teasing C4 gear, they did accidentally give some people C5. And then, of course, they said, oh, you know, it was an accident. It's just if the stats are high enough, it just automatically says it's C5. It's like, no, that's coded. What are you talking about? So C5 is only a matter of time. I just want, like, personally speaking, I think that if they did a higher Uber difficulty, but instead just made it so that we would gain different resources, like maybe we could finally have necklaces added to the game or something. I think that would be really neat. Whoops, I keep forgetting I got actually dodged like actively. But anyway, yeah, we're just gonna be like doing dungeons and stuff while we're just, hey, let's see what's going on. Let's see how Shadowhunter handles kind of thing. Woo! I do like the movement, but I really gotta get used to how he plays now because it's actually very different. Or not very different, it's very subtle, I'll say. Because it's like slightly different. I don't know. Do double XP pods boost club XP? No. That's different. So fun fact, guys. I don't know how much time we're gonna end up spending on the Shadowhunter because we've also got double XP boost this week. I should probably make a quick video letting people know about that because, yeah, if there's one day you don't want to miss, it's going to end up being Saturday because that's going to be double XP on double XP. And if you use a double XP pot, that's even more XP. So that's the best XP in the game. Now, fun fact. They've done double XP events before reworks have gone live. There is a very high probability that we'll end up getting the Shadowhunter rework on the live server either next week or more than likely the week after. Because they always end up doing that because they want you to grind up, you know, the Shadowhunter right now and get it to a high enough level. So, yeah. I thought you stopped playing till Shadowhunter Rework. Bruh, we're on the test server playing the rework. It worked. My protest worked. The funny thing is, I love how, like, a bunch of the devs got in on the meme as well. I just heard this, like, from other people, but they were, some of the devs were changing, like, their username in Discord to, like, PTS win and stuff. And I thought, yeah, that's good. Seekers, go! Well, they killed one enemy. Man, these Seekers suck. I feel like... Because the other thing, too, that I'd say about the Seekers is they explode when they get close enough. And I'd say that they need to change that so that they explode when they come in contact with an enemy instead. Because then they won't accidentally trigger when an enemy is already dead. You know what I mean? Does movement speed affect mountain glide speed? No. That's different. So there is glide speed, like, as its own stat. Like, if you end up using the Fey Trickster's subclass ability, that ends up increasing your glide speed based on the power rank of your Fey Trickster. Oh, hey, Azeroth. I didn't see you there, bud. Yeah, that's the thing. So apparently, is it next week we're supposed to be getting the Heckbug event again, I think? And we might see Shadowhunter come with that. I don't know if that's their plan. Frankly speaking, Shadowhunter's really busted right now, so we need to see some pretty significant changes before this goes live. And if they're planning to rush this update out by next week, I mean... that means they really got to get on the ball with the feedback and fixing stuff. Why am I gliding? I'm faster on the ground now. That's the thing, too. Shadowhunter, no matter what, is faster than... Ooh. Faster than glide speed, which is great. Woo! You gotta roll all the time, which is a bit annoying, but... The Shadow Seeker animation is the same as the Candy Worm enemies. Oh, is it? Oh, that makes sense. Yeah, the thing about the Seekers is that it seems like they... yeah, like, it seems like they're coded as an ally. That explains why they're so jank. Because basically you shoot them, they go on the ground, and then they physically have to go up to the enemy and touch them. And it's just not good enough. Yeah, that's exactly what I was thinking, Multi. Because with Lancer and even Tomb Raiser before that, we had the class rework came out to coincide with one of the new events. So we might actually see this year's Heckbug event, sync up with the Shadowhunter rework and actually tie into it, which means that you guys on console might not even get the Heckbug event, because that's what happened with the Lunar Lancer rework, right? Which was kind of jank. The Shadowhunter better for Leviathans than he was previously. So, here's the thing with Shadowhunter right now, and the argument that I would have about why he's too underpowered. It makes sense because apparently, like, some damage numbers just aren't doing what they're supposed to. So we'll see once they end up actually giving us the proper update, because right now, like, we're doing half the damage that we're supposed to because they didn't end up coding it properly or didn't press OK and save the file. I don't know. As of right now, though, the whole point is that would I end up using the Shadowhunter in the Delves or versus Leviathans? No, I would not, because there's other characters that are just better. Yeah, I guess that's true, D. Yeah, the class gem currently makes you weaker. Yeah, that's funny. Yeah, like, the ultimate ability of the Shadowhunter is definitely... it's definitely nice, and that's probably where all of your primary damage is. But the point is that other characters, like... So Trove, for now, the way that Trove gets broken down for me is, okay, why would I end up, like, no matter what they end up changing with the Shadowhunter, it's like, why would I end up using the Shadowhunter over another character that ends up doing more damage than it? And the only reason that I might end up using one character over another is just because of the way that you perform with the character. So it would have to be like a lot simpler. Like, it's like, oh dude, Shadowhunter might not be like super duper strong, but all you gotta do is just sit there and hold right click and you do pretty optimal damage. You know, then it would be like, oh man, yeah, I'll use that. But as of right now, the only way that you can end up doing damage as the Shadowhunter is kind of the same as Gunslinger right now, where you would have to lay down an origin portal, and spam your ult and then spam pots so that you could use your ult immediately again, and then you would just go through the portal, restock your potions, and then rinse and repeat. That's basically how Shadowhunter would work right now, in which case, why would I use that over Chloromancer? Even with, by the way, the Chloromancer nerf, which is not as big as you guys think. Because yes, they did nerf Chloromancer. Yeah, Snaff. I mean, we had actually like 300 people in the last stream, but it was a bit overwhelming, so I thought, let's just calm down and do it again. What's the damage so far for the Shadowhunter? Yeah, like I said, it would be tied to his ult. Possibly his Seekers will end up being a lot better once they fix them. But as of right now, like, just if anyone's just tuning in, Shadowhunter is underperforming. Most of all, it's because his damage numbers aren't working as intended. So, for example, our Class Gem ability, we're supposed to be doing 100% more damage, but we're not. We're actually doing the same damage that we do on the live server, so. Yes, Terp, and I appreciate it, man. Imagine the energy boost thing that gives energy to your teammates when you pop a flask becomes meta or something. I mean, it kind of would be, right? Because you just gave me an idea, dude. Because, so, one thing that we do know is that Shadowhunter's ultimate is now affected by attack speed. So, if you had something to constantly give you energy during your ultimate, I mean, you could just spam it, dude, and that would actually be insane amounts of damage, which would mean Candy Barb becomes a bit more viable because you could use a Candy Barb ult to end up buffing up the Shadowhunter. But the problem is, as of right now anyways, is your ultimate is affected by attack speed. Yes, but it just means that you're draining more energy. And so you'd have to see, like, you'd have to figure out some type of method to keep your energy recharge going. And if you could figure something like that out, well, that means you could spam your ult for a lot longer and deal a lot more damage, and then Shadowhunter could end up becoming some sort of meta class. It would be very weird, but I would like to see that. Oh, you got energy regen on your ring. That's right. Yeah, I didn't even think about getting it on my ring. I got it on my bow, but I don't have it on my ring. Oh, I do. Sweet. I didn't know that I had that on my C4 ring. I was only using the C2 ring because I was trying to test out the new ability. Or the new hidden effect, sorry. Oh, did they nerf Gunslinger? Yeah, I heard that the Knight rework, or buff, I should say, or rebalance, whatever. I heard the Knight got an insane one. Oh, good lord. Yeah, they did nerf Gunslinger. Why? Gunslinger wasn't even the meta anymore. Why would they nerf him? That's so weird. What are the arrows above your head? Don't worry about it. No, I'll explain it. So one of the new abilities of the Shadowhunter is a Seeker, which basically when you attack an enemy that has Shadow Mark on them, which your #1 ability, your Snare, will actually Shadow Mark enemies now, which is awesome. Did I get Seekers off of that chest? Hold on. Hold on. Because if I plop this down, you'll see boxes fly out of the chest and then fly into me. Okay, well, it wasn't strong enough there, but I think I did. Huh. Anyways, you'll see these little boxes fly out of enemies into me. That's building up our stacks. And then we right click and barely anything happens. The Seeker missiles are very broken, unfortunately, and lag does not help them at all. But basically what's happening is now we're building up back to a full 5 stack. Basically what happens is we right click with it and then it puts that little arrow on the ground that you can barely see, and then it seeks out enemies and doesn't do anything, as you saw right there, because the enemy was moving and it exploded behind the enemy. So devs really got to fix it, because as of right now the Seekers is just no bueno. It's useless, dude. And it sucks because I feel like the ability could end up potentially being really strong. Also, here's the new way of dealing with kill 30 enemy dungeons. Jesus, what's our movement speed? 265. That's not bad. I've heard that you can get, I think Joe was saying he got to 350 movement speed with Shadowhunter, so it's definitely there, but not as good as Lunar Lancer or Neon Ninja, of course, but Ultimate of Destiny! So the ult, if you hold it now, which gives me carpal tunnel, will actually just constantly cast over and over and over again. Which is pretty cool. As of right now, though, it's not, again, it's not as good as I feel it should be. Most of all, I really don't like the cooldown to it. Like, it's pretty bad. Because it's still, like, I would prefer it if I could use my ult per dungeon. Then that would actually become the new method for speed farming, even over your base attacks. But yeah. Oh, I didn't even notice that our projectiles are a different color on this costume. Okay, cool. So they did end up changing it so that each costume will have its own unique video effects with your Class Gem ability. Hell yeah. Also, why do I keep going into the dungeons? I don't need to. Because our base attack will actually just damage everything now. Can I just hit this from here? No, I don't think so. What if I use my ult? I don't know. Will Candy Barb and Lunar Lancer subclasses affect the Shadowhunter's ult? Yes, it would, but it only affects the ult, not like your normal base attacks, so... yeah. Let me see, actually, because I can test it. I'm not using my mount anymore anyway. Let's do Lunar Lancer, I guess, just because that one's a lot more, like, visually obvious. I wonder whether or not... you know what? Oh, wait, I actually have attack speed on these gear. Why? Okay, well, I have movement speed, but I don't have crit. The hell's wrong with me? Okay, well, I can roll that off. Peanut butter and jelly or a cold cut sandwich? I mean, they're both good, honestly. I'm not burned out on Zenith, it's just after my last 5-hour stream. I just don't know if I'll have a chance to play it today, that's all. Because I gotta do this Trove stream, and then I want to do a Genshin stream. Because the new part of the story event is there, so I can cringe at that. And then if I can squeeze in a Zenith one, then sure. What was I here for? Oh yeah, I was gonna re-roll my stats. Let's get Magic Find and Crit. See if we end up getting a lot more damage. That was also magic damage on my hat. What's wrong with me? Why do I have these wrong... what? Why did I have the wrong stats? What the hell? Okay. Well, whatever. Clearly I wasn't performing the damage that I was supposed to, but generally speaking, the class is still underperforming, though. Physical and crit. There we go. Hey, Nokia. Yeah, so attack speed didn't affect anything. Visually, that looks the exact same. How much are VR headsets over here in Canada? Well, if you want like just ease of use, I'd recommend an Oculus Quest 2. They have different hard drives sizes in them, so one of them's more expensive, but the cheaper one's like $300. Very affordable, portable as well. You can also plug it into your PC so you're not draining your battery and junk. It's really good. Highly recommend the Quest if you're just getting into VR. Otherwise, the Index is expensive as hell. So, yeah, there's that. Am I doing much more damage? Wait, I should check in the... Oh! Oh my god, yeah, there went my energy. Jesus Christ. That was quick. I want to check and see what my damage is now. When you're shooting your basic attack, does it instantly start the rapid spray? Yes, it starts it instantly. The one thing that you might be asking is how quickly you start your attack. So you can do a roll, and then I'm holding left click, and you can see it's significantly... Not significant. It's slightly faster uptime than it used to be. I would still prefer it if he didn't have to go into his idle animation and could just shoot immediately. No, you don't need a beastly PC for Zenith at all. And that's what I'm saying is with the Quest, you don't even need a PC at all for the Quest. It's basically like a portable console all on its own. You can plug it into your computer, but generally speaking, it's all wireless. Have you played Bloodborne? No, I didn't. It runs like ass on PS5, otherwise I would have. And I'm not gonna play Bloodborne, even though I'm craving a Soulsborne game because we got Elden Ring coming. Hi, Joe. Yeah, I know, it's pretty unplayable right now, isn't it? I won't do a giveaway this stream, sorry. We're on the test server, so... Yeah, the ult is a different icon, which I really like. It looks cool. What class do you think has an easy build? I mean, all of them really. Most of all, it's when you get to that late game, it gets really expensive because you need to augment your gems no matter what class you are. Anyways, let's see. Okay, so now I'm still only doing like 7 mil per hit. All those extra ones in there are just weirdo stats. Wait, what? I have a Did my class not export properly? Or did they nerf Shadowhunter's overall crit hit? Because I know I'm at 100% crit hit on live server. Okay, weird. Which is the gem that I gotta swap my max health off of? There we go. Crit hit. That did it. There we go. Okay, weird. Oh, right, Joe. Yeah. We're missing from the fixture. I always forget, dude. There we go. Yeah, okay. So now we're doing consistent damage. That's why I was so... Oh my god. Yeah, I always forget that we don't have our fixtures on the test server. So I'm always confused, like, what's with the damage numbers and stuff. That said, yeah, if you guys are just tuning in, Shadowhunter's got a lot of bugs right now. Most of all, his secret missiles don't work as intended, and his base attack, at least with his class gem ability, is not doing 100% more damage like it's supposed to. So no, I know, Snaff. That's what I'm saying. Like, he's underperforming because they haven't buffed him properly. But also, Gunslinger got nerfed, so take that. Shadowhunter gonna be the best class in the game right now? Hell no, dude. No, at the most, we're gonna see the class become viable. But that's it. I don't think that it's going to end up turning anybody's heads in terms of its performance. But we're literally talking about a character that sucked, going to a point where you can actually play it now, so... Later, Matt. Have a good one, man. Thanks for staying up as long as you did, bud. Yes, that's what I thought as well, Redstone. But it wouldn't matter if I got a new class gem because then I would have to augment it again, and I, frankly speaking, don't have the materials to do that, so... Ring still has the same effects. So there is actually a new effect. Oh, I think the game loot collected it. There we go. So there is actually a new effect to coincide with the right-click ability, which is the Tactical Seeker. So when enemies take damage from your Sacred Arrow or your ultimate, a Shadow Seeker will fire from the Shadow Hunter and attack the closest target. So if I use my ult right here, you'll see it tags the enemy with a dot, so a damage over time. And keep in mind, like, just watch this, right? Like, nothing's really happening. It's just doing the damage over time thing. Although it can trigger lunacy. That's pretty OP. But if I put the other ring on, so this is going to end up making it so that we'll have a Seeker Missile. I keep calling them Seeker Missiles, sorry. I'm gonna always be in the habit of saying that because it's from Metroid. Now, when we end up getting the tag, let me wait for my Arcane to run out. Or not Arcane, Martial, I mean, sorry. So now we'll tag it, and you can see shooting out of me now. That's the Seeker constantly coming out, giving an extra 20 mil or something like that for damage. So that would be... That's the ideal ability that you want on a ring, which sucks because I literally have both of the worst ones on my ring right now, which is Sneaky Traps, where I would roll and then drop down a trap, which could be useful now because the trap is actually pretty decent. And then there's the Unholy Heal, which is waste of time. Weird how insane they made Chloro and seemed to almost drop the ball on the Shadowhunter rework, but I don't know. Yeah, I mean, that's the thing though, Joe. We gotta wait and see. Like, it's it doesn't help that they messed up like a bunch of the numbers. Like, clearly he's underperforming because, like, Joe ended up finding out, like, our class gem is not dealing the extra damage. Like, I'm doing the same amount of damage that I do on live server right now, and we're supposed to be doing 100% more. So that would mean my base attacks would actually be doing over 10 mil each. We're doing 6.9 right now. I don't know why we're doing 6.9 and then suddenly 8. Weird. But the point is that our base attack would be doing 12 mil and higher. So that would really help out. And then our ult is doing 24. I see, that's so, it's underperforming though. That I feel is not as strong as it should be. Because having a damage over time of 20 mil is not bad, but it's like, why would I do that over just using my base attack? Unless it lasts long enough. Well, okay, maybe, what about this? I wonder if there's a point in even using the rapid shot. So you would just tag them once and then just use your base attack on top of your ult. Yeah, because then you still have the damage over time, right? Like, there's not really much of a reason to use the rapid fire. How much does the rapid fire actually do? It's a bit difficult to tell the damage number, so maybe you guys can help me out with this, because there's quite a few numbers that show up on the screen. So our ult, were we doing 28 mil and then the dot is doing 25? Oh my god. Okay, that's stacking dots, isn't it? The damage over time effect is stacking, isn't it? 88 mil per arrow? Really? Damn. Yeah, I couldn't even see that. Crazy. Well, I still want to use this because I want more pots. 24, 25, 88. Okay, so that means the initial impact of the arrow does 88 mil. So that's pretty close to max damage still. Okay, so it's definitely worth doing your ult over and over again. And the dot does stack. Yeah, because look at how much more it's going instead of just doing one. That's okay. So your ult is definitely a lot more damage than I gave credit for. Yeah, if you guys see the 88 mil, then that means that's our main projectile. I don't know if that's just the first one or if it's the other shots as well. And then if we end up using a pot, I mean, look at that. I saw 99 in there. Yep. Now, does our dot, is that affected? Our dot is affected by freaking Marshall, dude. Let's go. What? Okay. That's not bad then. I didn't know it was actually affected by our pot. Yikes. Yeah, I know they changed, no, that's the thing, Wave, they changed it, dude. They changed, Trove is now 64-bit. So, I don't know if visually we can still see higher than max damage. Maybe not, I don't know, but yeah, I'll have to test it out a bit more. See, the thing is, when I tried out using the ult on the Leviathan, whenever I triggered the ult, it actually did like substantial damage. It really does. But I wasn't fighting the boss in such a way where I would like leave to get my pots back, go back in. Because I think that with the ult right now, you would definitely play Shadowhunter like the Gunslinger. I don't know if he's going to do better than Gunslinger or Chloromancer, but it's definitely something to consider, is that's probably how you would play this guy as a boss killer. Do any of you guys actually have a Leviathan handy? I would love to test it out. What does the 64-bit mean? So in short, basically, like the way that the game was coded, it was very limited in its number structure. So enemy health bars and stuff like that could only go up as high as 2 billion. And so that's why they introduced the darkness stat to give a defense value to the enemies so that enemies could be a bit more tanky. But now that the game's in 64-bit, it means that they can increase the health by a lot more. That's basically all it means. But yeah, it still seems like we still have the visual lock of max damage. You'll do more damage without the class gem because it's applying a 0.5 damage multiplier of your gem to your other abilities. Of course it is. Of course it is. So once they fix... Okay. Oh, give me a minute. Oh. So that means all of the damage numbers right now, and why we're sitting here saying how underwhelming it is, none of it matters because it's all coinciding with how the class gem ability is broken right now. And I don't mean broken in a good way, I mean it's bugged and they didn't fix it. Of course. That's so goddamn annoying. Oh. Yeah, I'll unequip the class gem. You're right. I'll try it. Let's see. So did you replace the class gem with something else, or is it literally... All right, what about our ult? Okay, you might be sitting here thinking, bruh, you're doing 17 mil, that's way less damage. I am doing very close to my current damage without 13,000 physical damage and 143% crit damage, which means that the class gem ability is scaling everything wrong. Everything is being affected by the fact that the class gem isn't scaling damage properly. Like, I mean, like, I'm both annoyed And it's like, it's a weird kind of frustration because at least, like, there's a small part of me that's sighing in relief because it means that Shadowhunter's performance is going to go through the roof when they fix this. And then we'll get to see how strong the class actually is. Like, he's basically going to be doing double damage with everything. That's crazy. That's absolutely... Oh. Like, did they even test this? That's so... You know what? I wonder... Now I'm curious. Now I'm really curious. Let's see if a fresh new gem is affected properly, because that might have been what the devs tested. They might not have used pre-existing gear. They might have been using like fresh new, you know, create a character, give themselves optimal gems kind of thing, right? So that could be why. We know that it doesn't work with your current gem, so if you take your gem off, put it back on, it doesn't fix it. But let's see if they made it so that it works with new gems. Now, that said, guys, I want to be very clear. This doesn't mean you would have to get a new gem. It doesn't mean that at all. It just means that it's an oversight in their code and they'll fix it. Like, it's not a permanent thing, okay? Don't worry about that. Obviously, it's a bug that they're going to end up fixing, but it's just kind of annoying. All right, let's see here. Whoops. Your basic attack is kind of broken, but I mean, okay, well, at least we get to see the new ability. Very broken, Jesus. 23 mil, yeah, that's more damage. That's what I'm talking about. Okay. So Shadowhunter's kind of viable without his class gem. Hello? Good lord. The projectiles are still broken as hell. This game. Hello? Can my projectile actually hit him? Let me guess. If I just tap left click instead of hold left click, it's better. No, it's just jank. Okay. I mean, kind of makes sense. Like, our projectiles are supposed to be going through walls, but it's just kind of messed up. Okay, here we go. I hope I'm wrong about this. Okay. Let's see. So we didn't get like an ideal gem, but that doesn't really matter. Yeah. Like, I don't want to. Like, guys, I'm sitting here cringing and frustrated at the whole thing. I'm not angry. It's just frustrating. Like, it's perfectly understandable. It's on the test server. It's fine. It's fine. It really is. Crap. Okay, well, you know what? I gotta swap off the wrong gem. Well, let's test it out. Let's see. Right? I think it's still broken. Considering that I'm missing a gem right now, and obviously this gem isn't fully augmented, I think it's just broken in general. Okay. Well, that's good to know. I don't know how the hell, then what did they test? Like, how did they mess this up? It must be like a line of code before they ended up making it go live. Weird. Whoops. I don't want to put my gem on because I'm weaker. Yeah, not angry, just disappointed. Exactly, dude. Exactly. Because it's like, you know, we're sitting here like super disappointed in the Shadowhunter. Like, oh man, this rework's cool, but it's not like, And then it turns out that it's just some line of code that they missed. And we have no idea if the character's good or not. I mean, and the other thing too that's so frustrating is it took this long for the test server to come online, and I don't think we're gonna get a fix to this today. It's probably gonna be like in another week, you know? Like, oh, I can't get over that, dude. Like, look at this. So we use our ult, and then it's still doing 19 mil. Wait. Yeah, it's still doing 19, 17 mil. And then the point is that when I put my class gem on, it's doing 20 or 23 mil. That's just because of the crit damage and physical damage bonus. But it should be doing significantly more damage is the thing. Now, our base attack doing this much damage does make sense, because with the way that they lined it in the patch notes here, your basic attack... Oh, that's weird. Your basic attack does 400% damage up from 250. So it's only... that's not as substantial an increase as I thought. But a basic attack can shoot through walls and enemies. And then your class gem ability, basic attacks become a rapid fire stream of arrows, increasing, they increase the damage to 200% up from 100%. And additionally, it has the ability to shoot through walls. Now, I still want them to change it so that we can shoot through enemies as well, because that's really annoying that you can't. But we're doing 100% less damage than we would normally do, and it seems to be affecting our other abilities as well. Nota, thank you so much. I don't know why I said Nota when it's not a sweat. Appreciate the super chat, man. That's, oh, that's so annoying. You're able to equip headless again. Bruh. You, what? What do you mean? They changed that, like, what, a year ago? You can just make your character headless at any point. Yeah, they added that into the game. You can use the Lunar Lancer Foxhead on all classes too, I think. Right? Yeah. On the live server, the class gem does the same thing. It nerfs your damage. Yeah, no, I know. Yes, on the live server, like, this is something that does happen with the class gem in general, but the point is that we're supposed to be seeing a better increase just because of the buff that isn't taking effect right now. But yes, because the point is that it's supposed to be that the trade-off is better, you know, it's more worthwhile. Frankly speaking, I just wish that the class gem ability just gave you rapid fire, but you still had the same damage effects of the base attack. Instead of it being two separate things. I think that would be cool. That's the thing though, Nicholas. We'll see, because once we see the actual damage increase on the Shadowhunter, that's when we can start determining whether or not Shadowhunter fits into any category. Because as of right now, I want him to be viable for everything, and I could understand if he's not the greatest at everything. But as of right now, with the current bugs, he still is not better than, like, every other class. It's like, it's a substantial upgrade from the original Shadowhunter, yes, and all thumbs up for that one. But after the Lunar Lancer rework, Lunar Lancer still outperforms Shadowhunter for speed farming. And Shadowhunter just can't really be used for Delves or Leviathans currently. Maybe after we do some testing and see how his ultimate works. The funny thing is that technically, since the class gem nerfs the Shadowhunter, that means that the most optimal damage that you could do for something like a Leviathan would be not using your class gem ability, because you would have everything built towards your ultimate. Which would mean that you don't want to have the nerf from your class gem, and instead would just end up having another gem in that slot to give you the extra damage. I don't know anyone in the right mind who would think that that would be fun. And then the whole point that, you know, the argument that I was making earlier is that, okay, sure, that would make it so that the Shadowhunter would do damage to a Leviathan, but there's too many hoops to jump through versus just build a strong Chloromancer, right? Like, you would be doing more damage anyways, and then you don't gotta do all of that crap. That's kind of the thing. Anyways, let me, you know what? I want to skim through the Knight rework, or buffs, I should say, because Knight has always actually been really strong. Lots of people don't give enough credit to it. Oh, good lord. Whew. Yeah, they made Knight a lot stronger. Jesus Christ. Okay, I gotta reread its abilities. Is this what the hell is... Oh, I see. Wait. Why did Neon Ninja get a buff? It's a substantial buff too. Why did the Neon Ninja get a buff? See, that's the thing. One step forward, two steps back. That's what happens with Trove, because as much as we're sitting here going, oh cool, Shadowhunter rework, oh man, his damage isn't doing that good because it's bugged right now, he's gonna go burr. It doesn't matter because they just brought up they made every other character stronger, so Shadowhunter is still gonna be irrelevant. What the hell, dude? Neon Ninja was already insanely viable, and then they ended up buffing him again, so now Neon Ninja is still going to end up being the meta for speed farming. Because his base attack goes up from 100% to 285%. His Stasis Blade, which is his dash ability, goes from 250 to 450. His ultimate ability goes from 300% to 675%. Shining Star damage, which is his shurikens, by the way. Those were increased as well. Oh! Oh! His shurikens got increased! They already did max damage, but cool! What the hell? Okay. Hold on. What do they call his class gem effect? Yep. This got buffed. His class gem ability got buffed. So his shurikens themselves got buffed, which shouldn't be affected by the class gem itself. But check this out. So at level 3, your shurikens do 950% damage right now. That's why they do like max damage. They got buffed to 1,150. So they got 200% stronger. What? They are totally 100% getting us ready for difficulties higher than U10. For sure. Why the hell would I use the Shadowhunter? If all these other characters just got stronger, then this Shadowhunter rework is pathetic. That needs to be way stronger. Yeah, what about the Knight? Let's see. Movement speed when attacking is increased. His base attack got increased by like 200%. Okay. Buffed basic attack damage after taking a hit. Whoa, okay. Interesting. Yeah, I know. That's what I was thinking, Joe. That's as soon as they said the 64-bit, I immediately thought they're getting ready for higher difficulties. Yeah, totally. Okay. Damage reduction of the Knight's passive is 10%, up from 5%. Smash is stronger. Who cares? Let's see. What's the class gem ability? Because that's the real one that we need to know. Spirit Square. Okay, that only got 50% damage buff, so that's not substantial. Oh, his ultimate is actually useful? What the hell? Damage reduction of Iron Will is at 25% instead of 10%. That's actually really good. Duration of Iron Will is increased by 2 seconds. Huh. Oh yeah, the mouse too. Yeah, you're right. Smash damage increased from 600% to 850%. Yeah, that's his right click. Duration of Smash Taunt increased by 1.5 seconds. Charge damage is increased, which doesn't matter because that's replaced by his class gem. Ignore the fact that my Knight's invisible. Huh. Wait, Vanguard got a buff? Why? Vanguard just became way more viable. Vanguard was already extremely viable for speed farming, but now he's way better. Because he got 175% more strength to his melee attacks. His third melee attack, that's his uppercut, by the way, got increased by 200%. Help me. What the hell? No, dude, Vanguard was buff. Vanguard could just destroy dungeons in U10 already. Let me see. Wait, where's Lunar Lancer? Where you boy? Did they already buff Lancer? No, there's no changes for Lancer. I didn't think so. Jesus, dude. Bard was better than Vanguard. Vanguard needed a buff. Yes, I agree, but don't worry. Bard got a buff as well. Oh, never mind. Okay, he didn't get a buff to his attacks. Woohoo! Thank God. Tomb Raider got a buff. Actually, no, he didn't. Oh, he got a nerf. Okay, that makes sense, I guess. Yeah, they're really buffing us, dude, because now they can end up having the enemies have more than 2 billion HP, so they're gonna end up buffing every enemy in the game. Did they buff Faye? Let's see. Let's go through these. Let's go through some of these together. So Boomeranger got some pretty substantial buffs. A lot of his damage was increased by 100%. Most of all, the biggest thing... So here's the thing. Let me give you guys a little bit of a fun fact. Trove trivia, if you will. So when the Class Gem abilities first came out in the game, Boomeranger was actually one of the strongest characters because his Bach Bomb minions ended up doing insane amounts of damage. Unfortunately, at the time, Trove's top player base, let's call it, all of the purple names, right? These people were, I don't know, it's like they really, you know, they used their influence that they had with the developers because they would talk to them like on a person-by-person basis, and they would basically use that influence to tell them like, oh, you gotta change this and change that. And they ended up nerfing a lot of the characters into the ground that didn't need the nerf. Shadowhunter was one of them, where they made him weak as hell, despite the fact that Gunslinger was super duper powerful. Anyways, it doesn't really matter about all the politics of it, but it seems like I was right all along. Ha ha ha, get wrecked. They finally ended up changing the Bach Bomb damage. So Bach Bomb currently does 285%, and now it does 800%. So this is more like what he used to be. This is what Boomer was when the Class Gems first came out. What about the minions? Fix a bug where minions summoned by Bach Bomb did not deal as much damage as minions summoned by the mysterious urn. Jesus, dude. Yeah, that's crazy. Oh, did they end up nerfing the... Wait, okay. So Tomb Raider's nerf is that the Skellittle's basic attack is brought down, but also Grave Goliath's damage is brought down. But you're saying that... Wait, what the hell? Hello? There we go. No, their health isn't decreasing any faster. I don't know what you're talking about. It's the same thing. No, you can still keep them alive, Wave. I don't know what you mean. Weird. Okay, well, anyways, we'll go through a few of these really quickly. Gunslinger was nerfed. Okay, that's fine. Not by much, but enough of a nerf that it makes sense. Fate Trickster got a buff. Base attacks are 300% up from 220. Ego Blast does 40% more damage. Glitter Bomb does, whoa, from 450% up to 675. Jesus. I know, like, why they nerfed Tomb Raider, but they buffed Neon Ninja. It's like, I don't know where the devs' minds are these days. Increased duration of Ego Boost debuff to 4 seconds up from 2. Cool. They buffed Ice Sage? What? Why? Ice Sage was already god tier. Why the hell would they buff it? And it's a substantial buff too. What the hell? Okay. Cool. I guess devs just lost their minds then. Okay, well, so basically they changed these two, got buffed. So it wasn't like your base attack, so it makes sense. Ice Crush, which is your right click, got brought up by 120%. Jesus. That was already a pretty substantial ability. And then this got brought up by... Is that 75%, I think, damage? Not bad. Chloromancer got some insane nerfs, but trust me, I've seen people still using Chloro for some insane damage, so don't worry, you're still a boss killer. Candy Barb got... Whoa. 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 Candy Barb got some major buffs, dude. What the hell? Whoa. Candy Barb mains out there? Any Candy Barb mains in chat? Because you guys are going to be flipping out. So your basic attack got brought up from 185 to 350% and also has the attack range increased. Whoa! Whoa! I don't even have my Candy Barb built and I'm doing 10 mil? Jesus! You could actually main Candy Barb. Because if I actually had... Wait, do I got... No, I don't even have like good gems or anything, dude. He's gonna smack for like 40 mil each hit. Jesus! That's just his base, too! What about my pull? Is that doing anything? Yeah, it didn't. 20 mil. 20 mil. Not even built. Not even built. What about my ult? 71 mil! Not even built Barb! Are you kidding me? He's gonna do max damage. Damn, dude, that's actually awesome, because I love Barb. Yeah, Multi's saying he's doing max damage with his ult. Holy crap. Vanilla Swirl. Okay. Swirl Wind, sorry. Increased damage 850% up from 650, and the energy cost has been reduced to 55 instead of 60. Big deal. Sugar Crush got 200% damage increase. Let's go. Jesus. The Scoop and Gloop gem damage was increased by 200% as well. His cone damage was increased by 200%. Actually, no, that was increased by 300%. Jesus Christ. Rage Candy gives increased movement speed and attack speed. Additionally, it now buffs physical damage. What? That's probably the most substantial upgrade out of all these buffs, is the Candy Barb. He got the most rework. Jesus. This makes the Shadowhunter rework look pathetic. Yeah, we're going through the classes, don't worry, dude. But my god, that actually makes me kind of want to build my Barb, dude. Because I love Barb. Jesus, he is... Ooh. Oh, what a monster. Okay, and then Neon Ninja, which we went through. Neon Ninja is just stronger. Knight we went through, he's stronger as well. Vanguard is just stronger. Dino Tamer got a buff as well. His base attack is up by 150%. Jesus Christ. But the Dino Mount is where you get most of your damage anyways. That's only increased by 25%. But the area of effect of your shots is increased by 100%. Good lord. The Clever Snare damage, this is the Dino Tamer's net, by the way, which already does like insane amounts of damage. The net does 150% more damage. Thanks, Donna Sweat. Appreciate the super chat. Do you know why they would have nerfed Tomb Raider? No, I do not. I sincerely don't. I really don't get it, because they're buffing all these other characters, which... Buffing them makes sense because you want to make them as strong as all the other characters, but when they nerf them, it doesn't make sense because it's like one step forward, two steps back. All these other characters just became viable, but then certain other characters like Tomb Raider, it's like, why would I use him over these other buffs now? That's kind of the thing. I mean, granted, Tomb Raider's still invincible. They didn't nerf that, thank God. Oh, Oh, okay. And then the snare when you're on your Dino mount only got increased by 50%. So not a big deal. All Dino minion damage is slightly increased. Who cares? They're useless. Max damage is 99 mil, right? Or 100 mil. So here's the thing. Visually, the game can only show up to a certain maximum amount of damage number, but that doesn't mean that we're not damaging over that. So Barb's gonna slap like a truck. Just saying. Like, Barb is completely viable with this rebalance now. Pirate Captain. Okay, let's move on. Some of the classes got some subtle changes, other ones got major ones. Pirate Captain, base attack increased by 50%. First mate attack increased by 75%, not a big deal. And then the Pretend Pirate, which is your #1 ability. I don't have doubloons. That has had the area of effect increased by 100%, not the damage. So very subtle changes to Pirate Captain, which makes sense. Lots of people sleep on Pirate, but he's actually got pretty substantial damage anyways. Revenant got buffed. What? Oh, okay, okay. Whew, it scared me. They didn't buff his Spirit Spears. Thank God. Wow, okay. So his base attack is increased. Okay. I do not have a built Revenant, by the way. And he's doing... Yeah, okay, he's not good. So basically with Revenant, you toggle on your #1 and do your basic attack at the same time. So he is going to see a substantial increase. So his base attack went up from 390% to 420. Let's go. The gamer number. And then increased Spirit Storm's overall damage. I wish they would give us numbers, but... Oh, I see. It's triggering a lot more. Oh. That's pretty cool. Wait, my minion... Oh, your pirate... Oh! Multi... So Multi's got an actual built pirate, and he's saying that his minions... are actually doing max damage as well. So... Let's go, Pirate Captain. I mean, generally speaking, Pirate Captain's always been buff. Okay, Draco. Here's what I want to see. Am I going to swap from Tomb Raider to Draco? Yep, it seems like it, because check this out. It's not substantial upgrades, but we already know Draco's super strong already. So, your right click was increased by 30% damage, and the area of effect by 15%. Who cares? Burnt Offering, which is your bombs, was increased by 50%. Yikes, he didn't need it. The update nobody asked for, but it's here. Burning Ward minions, base attack is increased to 100% up from 75. Are you kidding me? So his babies have 25% damage increase, and you can have 6 babies at a time. That's insane. Why did they nerf Tomb Raider? This is so sad. They brought up all these other characters. Like, Draco was already, like, pretty much on par, if not already slightly better than Tomb Raider, and now he's just way better. That's disappointing. Yeah, because the Tomb Raider decreases are actually pretty bad, because your Skeletal, which is your little babies, have had a 25% damage decrease, and then your ultimate was 1,500%, and now it's 1,375. So that's a pretty substantial debuff. Damn, dude. Well, Draco's good, I guess. Huh. Crazy. We're gonna have to reevaluate a lot of these classes, man. I still want... Wait. Why is my power rank so low? Oh, because I don't have my class gem on. Right. I thought it was because of my ring. Oh. My Barb does 37 mil base attack with no flask. Yes, Joe. Yes. You know what? You know what? We can always... I'm just going to re-export my account when they fix the Shadow Hunter. Otherwise, I'm going to swap all my physical gems to my Barb. I'm doing it. I don't care. Let's do it. Actually, that's not the gem that I want. Let's get these. I'm going to try and get them as optimal as possible. I don't have I don't have a C4 melee weapon. Keep that in mind. But let's try it out, dude. I'm... Help. I think I have some of them on this guy, right? Pyrodis, Cubic Curtain. These are maxed out. Yep. That's all the gems. And I can just replace because I'm going to re-export anyway, so it doesn't matter. Whoops. Which gem did I replace? This one? Yeah, okay. I gotta be careful which ones I end up replacing. So the right one, left one, right one. I don't think I have an optimal class gem either. Right one, left one. Okay, let's see. What do I got for gear? Sorry. I'm getting all congested and weird. Okay, let's get... This one's got the attack speed on it. That does not. Where is my other attack speed physical? I could just take this one. Doesn't matter. Do I even have, like, a good melee? Hello? There we go. Oh, did he already have... No, C3. Oh, I got C3. Oh, sweet. I didn't even know I had that. Okay. And then let's get movement speed on this, because we don't need the crit, even though we could be doing... What's our melee attack doing? I need crit hit on my gems. This will be fine. I just need to find... There it is, the max health, and roll that off. Yeah, there we go. Sweet. That's already substantial, and I'm not even using an ally because I'm an idiot. Jesus Christ. Okay, which one would be cooldown? Probably, right? 24. What am I using that's not optimal? I could swap that ring out, but that's a C3, so that's not bad. Oh, my banner. My banner. Goodbye, Shadowhunter rework. Hello, Candy Barb. Like, bruh, buff the Shadowhunter, please. Dear developers, here's why the Shadowhunter rework is poop. Because my Shadowhunter was doing 7 mil per shot. The shots were not phasing through enemies. Whereas, with my Candy Barb, I can do 24 mil per base attack, by the way, not even flasked. And these attacks are hitting a whole group of enemies. My right click does 69 mil. And my stomp, another 69 mil. And my ult, 999. Yup. Not even flasked. Not even flasked. Jesus Christ. Buff the Shadowhunter. Why would they... This rework is so underwhelming, dude. Like, they end... I'm so disappointed. I'm so disappointed in the Shadowhunter rework. They have all these other characters. Yeah, you could fight Leviathans with Candy Barb as well. Like, what the hell? They buff Candy Barb this much, and then they like, all right, we changed the Shadowhunter. Oh look, I'm one-shotting enemies in U10. Huh? I wish that Shadowhunter could do that. Oh wait, he can't? Yeah, I know. Jesus, where is my bombs? Neo Ninja got a buff as well. Neo Ninja is still gonna be a speed farmer for sure. Don't worry, but Candy Barb is viable. Look at this. Look how much faster I can clear with Candy Barb versus my Shadowhunter. This is with the Shadowhunter rework update. Look at this. He's a beast. Jesus. I'm not even using flask, guys. They really got to buff Shadowhunter if they want him to keep up. This is so sad. We got a more, like... This is the Shadowhunter rework update, and we got a more substantial update to the Barb and Neon Ninja. Look at this! Just casually. And then everything's dead. Bong. Bong. Get out of the way. Candy Barb in the house. Not even Flash, dude. What the hell? No, Joe, Candy Barb's like so much more viable now. Not to say he wasn't viable before, but we're doing, what is that? Sorry. We're doing, math is hard. 350 minus 875. So we're doing 165% more damage just on our melee alone. Let alone, our right click is doing 200% more damage. Wait, no, sorry, that's the vanilla swirl. That's doing 200% more. Jesus Christ. All right, I want to go into the club and I want to test when we use a pot. What they do to Neon Ninja? Oh, they just made him stronger. Everything he does is stronger. 28 mil, let's pop a flask, and 71 mil. 71 mil with my base attacks. Almost doing maximum damage. Buff the Shadow Hunter. What is this rework? It's so underwhelming. All these other characters just went like do you guys got a Leviathan handy? Because I want to kill it with barbs. I might main Barb for this. This is like, oh my god. What do we do? And then if I use a flash and use my number 1, max damage, yup. What if I use a flash and do my right click? Oh, max damage, yup. Jesus Christ. Barb gang. I didn't test Neon Ninja with his buffs, but he's just outright stronger now. Yes. Multi, you say you have a portal? No, we need like an actual Leviathan. We need one in U10 because the ones in the delves aren't strong enough. Barb gang. I'm not kidding, dude. See, now this is such substantial changes. This gets me excited. This makes me go, hell yeah, I want to main the Barb. Oh my god. The Shadowhunter reworks? Nah, dude, not strong enough. They really got, like, now more than ever, they gotta buff what they did with Shadowhunter. His damage needs to be increased tenfold. He's not viable. The rework is nice, but he's not viable. It's like, oh god. I have the patch notes pinned. It's in the pinned message. You know what? Yeah, let's try, you're right. Let's try a super deep delve. Where's my big boy portal? There, 129. Let's try it. Let's see how he does this. Okay? Because we tested this out with Shadowhunter earlier and he wasn't able to defeat it in time. Because here's the thing, and this is the same argument that I made earlier, guys. Is that, no, I don't want you in with me. No, you guys, I want to go in myself. Actually, it's fine if you guys come along. It shouldn't be a problem. I don't know why I'm trying to do this solo. The point is, oh, you got U10 Levy? All right, let's go. Let me just hop in here real quick. I want to test my numbers. And then we'll go to the Leviathan. And then, no, I don't want to see any other classes there but Barbs, okay? So anyways, the point is I did one of these portals earlier on my Shadowhunter with the rework, and it was not substantial. We weren't able to solo it. The argument, I know that normally you wouldn't end up soloing delves, but I do solo delves most of the time, so I can take that experience with all of the other classes, because the argument that I always try to make is that why would I end up taking a class that can't solo the delve? Because if I have a class that can solo this delve, it means that having more of that same class in a group just ends up making it that much easier, versus using a character that isn't able to solo it. Why would anybody ever end up using the class? Let's see, without Flask, what am I doing in here? Okay, that's more what I was expecting. Not very good. Do they have a physical debuff? They might. And then if I use a Flask, start using my abilities. Yeah, okay. Not very good for delves still. Do they have a physical debuff? Is that why? Trovian attacks heal them. That's why they're not dying. That's the problem with deep delves, is it's very difficult to tell because of all these random buffs, right? Like the healing one especially just makes them like super duper tanky. Anyways, somebody said that they had oh, also I still don't have this gem maxed. I don't even have it maxed level. Jesus Christ. Yeah, you can invite me to the Leviathan. We'll try it out. Still, dude, still substantial power. Yikes. Yeah, I know. I know. I'm saying it's not good enough for the delves right there when I was soloing it versus another character that just does more. But that was because those enemies had the heal going on. Because otherwise, yeah, Candy Barb could definitely have handled that if it generated better. Go over the Colormancer changes. Oh, they just nerfed him. Excuse me. I don't want to see... No, I don't... Actually, you know what? Shadowhunter and Barbs. Let's go. Let's do it. So remember, here's what I want to see you guys do as Shadowhunters. It's going to be really boring gameplay-wise, but here's what I need to see you guys doing, okay? Shadowhunter's most optimal damage right now is its ultimate ability. And you're stronger without your class gem because of something that they messed up in the line of code. So what I want to see from you Shadowhunters is take your class gem off, spam your ultimate ability, use pots to end up regenning your cooldown so that you can spam your ult, leave through an origin portal, refill your flask, come back in. Literally Gunslinger's gameplay. That's what Shadowhunter is for most optimal damage currently. Hopefully we'll see that changed when they fix the class gem. And then otherwise, Candy Barbs just sit here and do damage because that's what Candy Barb do. All right, let's go. I'm not going to be like super duper god tier damage or anything, but we're going to avoid that second spin. Joe. We still want to be spamming our abilities for sure. Yeah, look, this is perfectly viable. It's working. Neon Ninjas as well. You're not useless anymore either. Not that you ever were, but your snare is like so much stronger now. Oh, I should be spamming my right click. Sorry, it's been years since I mained Barb, so it's not like I would know. Gah! I'm trying to... No! I was trying to dodge it, but he was pulling me in. Is there an origin portal here? Somebody want to summon me? Oh, crap. Oh, there we go. Okay. Don't do your spin attack, you scumbag. We're actually doing this with Barbs and Shadowhunters, dude. Jesus Christ, no! He didn't even do his first spin. Don't do your spin. Don't do it. This is actually working. Holy crap, Barb's rework. I hope you Shadowhunters are using him properly, by the way. You're just supposed to be... Yeah, I want to see spamming your ults. There we go, boys. Don't worry, I'll give you the attack speed buff too with my number 1. Stay away from me, scumbag. Do I have... Oh, well, I can end up putting on yielding, I suppose. I should be using the cooldown, actually. Yeah. Because Candy Barb as well would benefit from using chromatic. That's not really worth it. Your spin attack is... Oh, wait a minute. Let's actually swap chromatic for... Is it Zealous? Yeah, that restores all energy. So check this out. We're going to do this. We're going to use it and spam our right click. There we go. This is Barb's damage. Because our right click with Marshall is doing max damage. There you go. There you go. Look at that damage increase. Jesus Christ, dude. Well, people can main Barb. You guys will be happy about that. I wonder... I mean, it's not soloing damage numbers, of course. But... the fact is, he still has a substantial increase to his power. No, stay away from me. Don't do it. Stupid spin attack. So you would still pop a flash, spam your right click. That's Barb's gameplay now for optimal damage. It might still be better to do... Oh, stay away from me. It might still be better to actually be using chromatic or whatever. So, sorry, so that we could be using our... our ultimate more. Don't do it! No! I knew he was gonna do it. Scumbag. Yeah, they did buff Ice Sage's damage as well. Here, guys. I'll give you my ult for speed. Oh my god. Beautiful. Yes, they buffed Neon Ninja again as well. They buffed everything except for Tomb Raiser they nerfed for some reason. They nerfed Tomb Raiser really bad. Chloromancer got a nerf. It's not as bad as you think. Chloromancer still is a boss killer. Look at this. Jesus Christ. Die. Oh my god. And then all those Shadow Hunters, when you guys are spamming your ults, that's what I like to see. That damage increased substantially. I'm not necessarily saying that Shadow Hunter is a boss killer, but he may be really viable using him as if he was a gunslinger. I don't know if he's going to top gunslinger per se. I'm not even opening that because I don't want to get a permatorch on the test server. Now get a permatorch. No, Joe, no. I don't want to do it. Like, our spin is already doing... This is also not a maxed out gem, by the way. Like, I don't even have the physical damage on it. I don't even have it augmented either. What is my gem, actually? Ugh. Yeah. So he would be even stronger. Yup, Neon Ninja got a damage buff. I know. It's ridiculous. Barb seems to have gotten the most substantial upgrade. Not to say that the other classes didn't get upgrades across the board. Yep, they buffed Ice Sage. Why? Why? Why did they buff Ice Sage? If they're gonna buff Ice Sage, why did they nerf Chloromancer and Tomb Raiser? They buffed Draco as well. Why? Like, clearly... Okay, so if you guys are just tuning in, 100%. 100%, they're getting ready for difficulties higher than U10. They have to be. With how much they're buffing all of the classes, they have to have a new area coming out. They have to. I don't think that they should have buffed Chloromancer or Tomb Raiser. I just think that they shouldn't have nerfed them. Because those characters were very viable. And now it's kind of like... Basically what happened is buffs to the characters and then nerfs to some of them. So actually that's not... The more accurate number would be, let's say Tomb Raiser and Chloro are up here. Most of the AR classes are down here. So they buffed all of them and then they nerfed Chloro and Tomb Raiser, so they're slightly less optimal now. They're still optimal, but not nearly as much as some of these other characters is the thing. That's what's kind of disappointing about it, because it's like if they're gonna like Draco and Tomb Raiser, for example, they were pretty much tied, right? It was just a matter of preference, and then they buff Draco, nerf Tomb Raiser. Very, very minor changes, but it makes a difference, dude. So yeah, I can't get over this candy bar buff, dude. I cannot get over it. That's just crazy. Let's double check. What was the Neon Ninja ones? Yeah, so Neon Ninja, you know what? Let's try it. Why not? Let's swap over to Neon Ninja real quick. What do I have for my ring on Neon Ninja? Garbage. I'll just swap all of this stuff over. But let's do it, because when they end up... I could be using my C4 ring, actually. From my Shadow Hunter. I didn't even think about that. When they end up buffing the Shadow Hunter rework on the test server, I'll just re-export my account. Yeah, the bow on... yeah, Boomeranger actually got a pretty substantial buff as well. Wait, what would you guys rather see? What do you guys want to see first? Do you want to see Neon Ninja or Boomer? Because Boomer got a huge buff. Neon Ninja is kind of more subtle, where we're doing more damage, but not much. Let's do Boomer. Yeah, because that's a more, like, big deal, right? We'll do both. Don't worry, guys. But I think Boomeranger is one that a lot of us are going to be more interested in seeing. Because Boomer sucks. But the Boomer rework is almost as big a difference as your Candy Barb boy. Oh, that means I also have a C4 bow. I could use that on my Boomer. We'll test out the ranged and melee, actually. I don't think that Boomer is going to be... I don't want to say he's not viable. I just don't think he's going to be as substantial a change as Candy Barb. Because Candy Barb was already pretty good. Not super great, but... Wait, did I... No, I didn't swap all my gear. Who was I putting it on? Neo Ninja. Boop, 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 boop. Boop. Alright, so let's take the gear alone. Crystal ring. C3 melee. Oh, I did have a C3 bow. Alright, cool. Get rid of that. Also, yikes. Keep in mind, with my Barb, by the way, I had movement speed and attack speed on my gear, so if we moved, like if we got the movement speed off my gear for crit damage, we would have been hitting even harder. Just a heads up. Oh, my C4 bow isn't even maxed out, so it doesn't actually matter. I keep forgetting about that. Okay, is this gem maxed out? No. Whatever, doesn't matter. What about, oh, explosive epilogue. Wait, when the hell did I put... I could have used that. I wanted my Shadow Hunter. Damn it. Because explosive epilogue is really good if you have a ranged character. But maybe for more consistent numbers, we want to use cubic curtain. Because explosive epilogue isn't going to have any effect on melee mode. God, they really gotta fix this, dude. I wish I could just click and say, yes, apply the gem. Instead of having to drag it like an idiot. That's an optimal gem too, isn't it? Yeah, it is. Damn it! Where? Why did I have it on that class? So we'll keep the cubic curtain there, just for now. Get that ready. Alright, let's see. What's our base attacks doing? 20 mil. Not bad. That's definitely a substantial increase from before. And our Boomerang? 20 mil as well. Let's do our urn. 50 mil. Not bad. Are our Bach bombs going to attack the target? I hope that they do. What's the bomb itself do? 56, and then the babies do 7 mil. That's not as big an increase as I was hoping. What the hell? Wait. Okay, so the bow has had substantial upgrade as well. Let's try it with the bow, because the blast ability on the bow is actually insanely good, which means I gotta get a good ring. Whoops. My crit hit is not maxed out. I want that maxed out. Do I have max health on another gem? I hope I don't. No, I don't. Damn it. Do I have a ring that's got crit hit? Yeah, I do. So here's a C3 ring. We'll use that instead of the C4 just because, whatever. I want to have that 100%. So our base attack is doing 14 and 16. Not bad. Cool, I guess. Let's see if hopefully I get lucky enough and can actually craft a good ring. Doubt it. Yeah, the blast ability on Boomer is a good one, Rex. You're right. Hopefully we get lucky enough to get it on a decent enough ring. Let's see. Yeah, I do think that Boomer is a little... like, Boomer was already lacking, so we kind of need a bit of a bigger upgrade than this. Crap, I can't even craft a ring. Yeah, I can't, because I don't have any prime loops. Wait, where's my boxes? Aha! There we go. Okay, let's see. What's the icon? It's a little sword. Can I craft the next tier of box? Yes, I can. Can I craft the next tier? No, I can't. Whatever. Good enough. Let's do that. Hopefully it got the right ability. Overstuffed urn and blast bow. I think that's the one. Blast bow, right? Your urn triggers an additional effect. Who cares? Triggers an explosion on each bow attack. There we go. Sweet. My crit hit isn't 100%, which kind of sucks. Yeah, Boomer's definitely better with bow right now. So that's doing 20 mil, a little over 20 mil for each shot now, because the explosion is actually triggering 6 mil on top of 16. So we're doing 22 mil per shot. Too much video effects, Jesus Christ. So that's not as good as Barb's base hits, but topping that with our babies, and they're doing 8.9 each, by the way. So let me see. So with our babies, see, here's the thing. Candy Barb, yeah, Candy Barb's better. With our babies, we're doing roughly 50 mil per second, which isn't bad. It's definitely a step in the right direction for Boomer, but considering the changes that Barb has, where he can literally just do max damage every second, let's test him out in an actual combat scenario. Boomer can be mained. That's the good thing. That's all we can really take from it. He's not like super optimal, but yeah, I can talk about the Shadow Hunter a bit. Generally speaking, he's not very good right now. He needs to be fixed. Okay, that's just lag. Let's see an actual dungeon scenario, please. All right, so without a pot, you know, that's not bad. That's definitely, you can main it for sure. Yeah, the Dino Tamer got a buff, but not a super substantial one. Frankly speaking, it's not a big deal. Yeah, at least Boomer can be mained. That's the point. It's not good enough to be like super viable. Oh, good lord. The lag begins. I guess the game really doesn't want me to try out Boomer, huh? I mean, these are just base enemies, so it doesn't really... Jesus Christ. That was max damage. Did I have a pot effect? No, I didn't. That was max damage with my urn. Do our bombs from our urn, because they got a buff as well, if they do max damage each, then that could be substantial. Let's throw down our babies and see how they shred actual mobs. Keeping in mind that if I use a pot, they'll do more damage. Go, my children, kill. Okay, not very good, huh? What about urn and bomb explosion? Damn it, he wasn't close enough. Crap. Well, we'll go back to the club and test him out with an actual pot used. All right, let's see. What's the explosion do? Ooh, they're doing 44 mil each. Ooh. Okay, so explosive urn might be... So that means that this crystal ring ability is... That means we got 2 useful crystal ring hidden effects for the Boomer. Because we got the one that gives you the explosive shot, which does give you more damage, which is nice. But the overstuffed urn can have an extra effect out of your ult, which can be double bombs. So it really depends on how you want to play him. Okay, so now they're doing 8, 11, whatever. Okay, and then if I pop a flash, they're doing 30 mil each. What the hell? Oh! They messed up. Yep, they messed up. Okay, so there's a bug with the Boomer as well. That's why he's underperforming with his minions. Okay. So Boomer's going to be a lot stronger once they fix that. So if you guys noticed, those were the babies that I summoned from my urn. And they specifically say in the patch notes, they say, fixed a bug where minions summoned by Bach Bomb did not deal as much damage as minions summoned by the mysterious urn. We just proved that's wrong. Our Bach Bomb minions are not doing as much damage as our urn minions. So that means that our Bach Bomb minions are going to do 50 mil each once they fix it. So Boomer's viable. 100%. Just like what they did with Barb. That's crazy. I hope they actually fix it, though. I can't believe they overlooked, like, these major issues. Like, that's... Yikes. Because if we use our Bach Bomb, let's see. Because these guys do 8 mil each. Yeah, 6 mil each. These guys are supposed to be doing as much as our Urn minions. Let's try to get the Urn ones to actually spawn. There we go. So just keeping in mind, this is without a flask. I don't want to use a flask for these guys. Please, can you actually summon? Can you actually summon, please? Can you actually summon, please? Jesus. Now that we want to test it. Oh my god. There, see? And then they're doing 11 mil. They're doing like double the damage. And then when we use a flask for whatever reason, that goes like way higher. Wait, now they're doing 29 instead of 50. What the hell? Weird. I must have triggered something that I didn't notice. Okay, so it's not as substantial as I was making it out to be. But still, that's 30 mil, roughly, for each minion once they end up fixing the ones out of the bomb. That's not bad then. Cool. So you guys will be able to main Boomer once they fix it. And again, it's actually a tough decision between the hidden effect of the Blast Bow or Overstuffed Urn. I'd say Overstuffed Urn probably would be better if you're doing delves, because your babies are going to end up doing that much more damage than your explosive effect. But I'm not exactly sure how that would work with calculating like the damage over time effect. Interesting. Try Knight. Let me see if the Knight changes are substantial enough. Oh, maybe Jub doesn't want us to use the Knight. So your basic attack on Knight has gone up. Smash damage has gone up. But most of all with the Knight, you just use your number 1 ability, which only got buffed by 50%, so it's not that big a deal. Yeah, it's not much of a change. Tomb Raider minions do have a bug. What bug? Yeah, there's a lot of bugs in here, dude. Really bad ones, too. Because a lot of these damage numbers are lying. Yeah, I can show you guys. Yeah, sure. We'll do the Neon Ninja just before we call it. Because you guys, I know you guys want to see Neon. I'm not even using the right ally. Jesus Christ. Why didn't you guys yell at me? Okay. You ready to see even more damage? Let's do... with the cooldown. Yep. Okay. What do our babies do now? They should do like 7 or 8? Yeah, 7 or 8. Okay. What about when I summon? Maybe we won't get to see that. Whatever. Either way, so he would just end up doing... There we go. 22 mil each. 15 mil. 11 mil each. What the hell? Okay. Cool. Yeah, Boomeranger is definitely viable now. But they need to fix it. There's a lot of substantial bugs going on right now. Dino Tamer was already a really good class, and they basically just made it a bit stronger. Not super much stronger, but... Whoops. There's my C3 weapon. What do I got for my ring? Let's get the C4 ring, because I don't care. We need the energy recharge anyway, right? Yeah, we'll do Neon Ninja really quick. And then maybe we'll call it, because I can feel my throat's getting a bit tight. And I wanted to do a couple other game streams before I gotta go and get busy with other stuff in real life. The hell? That was weird. I hate this. I hate this. Please change this. I want it to be better. Explosive epilogue. No, I don't need that. Wait, where's that other gem that I had? Was it on my Barb? No. Where's that other blue gem I had? I know I had an extra one. Is it still on my Shadow Hunter? Is that why? Yeah. Oh, because it's Pyro. Oh, it was on my Lancer. No? Wait, where's that cubic? Oh, it's right there in my inventory. I'm an idiot. Yeah, none of these are optimal, so it doesn't matter. Keeping in mind that I'm also not using, I'm not swapping my Berserk gem, so we would have a lot more light value for fighting like Leviathans and crap if I ended up having an actual Berserk gem. Replace that, replace that. Okay, I think that's optimal, right? Yeah, we're in the 36k region. Yeah, this would still be most optimal for speediness. Also with my Barb, I also didn't take into account that we could have been using Lunar or something. That's right. What did they change on the Shadow Hunter? Not enough, apparently. They changed a lot of the abilities on Shadow Hunter, which is nice, but his damage is just way too weak. Still. There is a lot of bugs going on the test server right now where a lot of classes aren't doing the damage that they're supposed to. It's not being calculated correctly, so hopefully they end up fixing it. But just in general, Shadow Hunter's not as good as I would hope. So we're gonna try with the cooldown because our ultimate is supposed to be a lot better with this guy as well. So our basic damage is increased by 185%. 20 mil per hit. Whatever. On one of the fastest hitting melee characters in the game. Cool. Do I have attack speed on everything? Yes, I do. No, I don't. Jesus Christ. Where is it? There we go. Attack speed. Who cares? Look at that. This is embarrassing. 20 mil each hit. Jesus Christ. Alright, what if I use Marshall? Oh, come on. 45 mil each hit. Keeping in mind that his attack speed is insane, so that's pretty big. Yikes. Alright, level 1 Shuriken. 30 mil. Let me get off my lunacy. Level 2 Shuriken. 34 mil. What? That doesn't seem right. Do I not have 100% crit? I do not. Oh, 30. Okay, weird. 1, 2, 3. That still does max damage. Jesus Christ. I mean, that's the thing. We can't tell because it always did max damage. So we don't know. What about our dash? 28 mil. That's not bad for a dash. Jesus. And then if I flask, 72 mil. God damn. Like, hey, Neon Ninja Mains, your class just became even more top tier. But it already was top tier. Yup. That's how the Trove devs do it. I love how, like, again, if you guys are just tuning in, basically the Shadow Hunter rework is awesome. It's really, really nice, but it's underperforming in general, okay? But comparing it to this, to these buffs that these characters are having, Shadow Hunter is terrible. Like, Shadow Hunter's already unviable for the game. And after the rework, he's still going to be unviable. Why? Because every other class in the game is getting a buff that just makes Shadow Hunter even worse. So I really, really hope that we see Shadow Hunter buffed like crazy, like 200% more strong. Like, it's so stupid. It's so stupid because your base attacks on Shadow Hunter are doing like maybe 8 mil per hit. I'm doing 20 mil on this guy, so get wrecked. Let's see our ult. What does that do now? 43 mil, and if I pop a flask, max damage with our ult. Max damage, just, yeah, just let's take one of the strongest, fastest classes in the game and then make it even more viable. No question. None at all. Neon Ninja is the best speed farmer now. It always was in terms of its speed, but now its damage is just insane. I mean, granted, are you going to end up using your ultimate rather than using your shurikens? Not really. No, Neon Ninja still doesn't top Chloromancer at all. No, Chloromancer got a nerf, but it's still a substantially powerful class. Like, it's ridiculous. But yup, Neon Ninja's just, okay. You guys want to see me one-shot stuff in U10? Oh, wait, so just normal Neon Ninja gameplay? Because that's the thing, Neon Ninja already was, like, super strong, but now we can actually use our base attack to kill things. That's all they really ended up changing. Like, as much as I'm, like, playing it up how crazy it is, the whole thing is that Neon Ninja already was God tier. It's just, now all of your abilities are good. Which is pretty crazy. Because even just doing base attacks, like, look at this. And then, of course, ha ha ha, I'm a speed farmer now. Ha 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 ha, so long. I am the fastest class in the game. Oh, there's a shuriken, max damage. Can you actually do max damage there? Shoot the shuriken, max damage. Oh, wow. I mean, that's nothing new for the Neon Ninja, okay? Your ult goes through walls, doesn't it? Maybe it doesn't. I thought I could kill him with it. That would have been kind of cool. Hey, Dum Dum, die. That was only a level 2 shuriken and it one-shot him, of course. Of course. Let's try, you know what? What about Neon Ninja and Delves now? Because that's the real question. Like, a lot of this buffs is clearly because we're going to have, like, higher tiered areas added to the game. Or they're just trying to buff all these classes for Delves. Personally, I want U11 and U15 and stuff. But let's see. I'm just curious. I don't think we're going to perform that much better in Delves. Again, Neon Ninja's already doing insane amounts of damage, so this is nothing new to this class. But maybe with our ult and a flask, we'll see a substantial damage increase on these enemies. Depends what they generated with, if they're too powerful or not. Yeah, Neon Ninja is still incredibly squishy. Of course he is. Let's get unyielding so that I have a little more survivability. Gatling got a nerf on Chloro, and that's what kills bosses. Yeah, wait a minute. Let me see how much of a nerf that was. 60% decrease in damage. Yup. Yikes. And the big Gatling has had a substantial damage decrease. Yeah, so Chloromancer's still strong, but he's probably not the best boss killer in the game anymore. I don't know. It's tough to tell. Okay, so not super substantial damage, but the fact is that we can just sit here and AFK farm these guys. You know, that's kind of the thing that's nice about Neon Ninja, is we can just snare most of these enemies. If his shuriken would ever work, this game is just so jank. Thank you. This is without a flask. Yeah, he's perfectly viable. This actually works. He's actually strong enough. Because his shurikens already did good damage anyways, but now Neon Ninja mains can actually do damage in Delves? What? Yep. Neon Ninja's perfectly viable. Wow. That's crazy. Because the whole thing is Neon Ninja, normally your gameplay is basically just rush to the end, which generally speaking you would still want to do that anyways. There's other characters that would handle Delves better, but you can totally use them. What's the best boss killer now? Not sure yet. They've done some pretty substantial changes to all of the classes, so... personally speaking, would I use Neon Ninja and Delves? No. Because I still think that other characters do it better. Ice Sage got a buff, so he's probably going to be one of the best in the Delves, if not the best now. Even though personally I still prefer Tomb Raiser, I would probably actually swap to Draco because he's going to end up being a lot stronger. Oh, that's the bug you guys are talking about with Tomb Raiser. Okay, so the Tomb Raiser's purple HP drains too fast visually, that their health is at 0 and they don't die. Yeah, so it's a visual bug then. Lunar Lancer is untouched, not fair. Why is that not fair? Lunar Lancer is perfectly viable already. The thing that's not fair is the fact that they nerfed Tomb Raiser. Like, why? They buffed all the other classes. Interesting. What's wrong with Shadowhunter? His damage just isn't enough. They really gotta buff him. There is a bug going on with him where his class gem is making him way weaker than it's supposed to. So he's actually stronger without his class gem, which kind of sucks and defeats the whole purpose. Yeah, I tried Candy Barb already, and he's great. But yeah, okay, so that was interesting. Anyways, I guess that'll do it for today. Gunslinger got a nerf. I don't really know why. Gunslinger wasn't, like, no one was using Gunslinger anyway, so I don't know why they nerfed him, but whatever. What about Dino Tamer? Dino Tamer only saw a slight increase, not really anything substantial. And honestly speaking, guys, I'm a little tired of swapping my gems. It's just really annoying. So anyways, we'll end up doing another stream for sure whenever they end up patching the Shadowhunter. I'll try my best to put timestamps in this stream so that anyone that's watching the VOD can actually like see when we're testing out the other classes. But otherwise, I'll still end up having shorter videos that'll summarize them. Most of all, I want to wait until we see some, you know, changes on the test server, because we definitely need to see a patch. Some of these buffs might be too high. Some of them are a little too low. The biggest thing I would say right now is Shadowhunter is extremely underwhelming. Like, it's like, here's all the other classes. Here's Shadowhunter currently. Here he is after the rework. And then here's all the other classes because of their buffs. So it doesn't like... Yeah, I'm gonna definitely still main Shadowhunter, but I really do hope that they end up actually buffing it, because it's not good enough, like, especially compared to these other buffs these other classes are getting. You guys are asking about the Bard changes. What'd they do? Fixed an issue with energy on hit effect from the Jubilant song. Whatever, who cares? Not a big change. What do we got for the additional changes? Not really anything crazy. Oh, weird. Okay, they added like some weird temporary style section or something. Anyways, we'll have another video that's going to go into more like deep dive into all of them specifically. This was just a stream where we're just testing it out, so I just wanted to try it out and see. Will you do a tier list for the classes? I mean, I guess I better, right? Because a lot of them are getting huge changes. Yeah, Knight definitely got a buff. Vanguard got a buff. Pretty much everything across the board got a buff except for Lancer didn't change, which we already have the rework, so it's fine. And then Tomb Raiser got a debuff, Gunslinger got debuff, and Chloromancer. So... when does this go live? If I had to guess, next week or the week after. Honestly, who knows? We'll just have to see what happens. But yeah, the most substantial changes, I would say, is Neon Ninja got buffed for whatever god-awful reason. I don't know why. Ice Sage got stronger with its first two abilities, which you don't use that often anyway, so it's not a big deal. Candy Barb, I'd say, is probably the most substantial buff, just because it went from 0 to 50. Like, it's like, you can main Candy Barb very easily now with this rework. Or rebalance, I should say. And then Boomer as well. You can definitely main him now. Knight has had a definite increase in its power as well. Same with Vanguard, which is odd, because those characters were already kind of viable, so... But anyways, I have the pinned comment going to the patch notes, and I appreciate you guys coming out. I gotta set up and do a Genshin stream before I gotta head out. So thank you guys so much for coming out. Really appreciate it. And if you wouldn't mind smashing like on your way out. Otherwise, later guys.